Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a very wonderful day today. So today I want to be talking about the Orion 44. Now the Orion 44 is a ship that I got from the Santa containers, but it is first sold in a D-Day event in June, in the month of June this year. And this ship is, in my opinion, at least one of the best ship in tier 6, and that is also added by the server statistics that the ship is one of the best in win rate. Okay, let's talk about the equipment first. On my ship, I run this equipment. I run steering gears because you already have a built-in acceleration mode on the ship, and for the crew perks, it's like this. So I probably will take like this if I were to have a 21-point captain. So yeah, like something like that. But the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest way you need to play is also adding the signal flag here, the Charlie Kilo, because that additional 5% HP is really good for you because you are a light cruiser. Okay, let's talk about the armor first. On this ship, your armor is essentially quintessential how British light cruiser be. 13 millimeters of bow and stern plating. You have 16 millimeters of deck armor with a citadel armor about 100 millimeters. Now that means that DDs with bigger caliber guns can citadel you at closer ranges, so make sure you angle towards them and respect their AP. You also have, because of your 13mm of armor, you can be overmatched by 203's guns. So something like I don't know, something that you there's 6 that have heavy cruiser guns, have 6-inch guns, like I don't know, Aoba and New Orleans, even though it's tier 7, but you can still face them, most of tier 8 cruisers. So that's why you need to make sure that if they are firing AP at you, you want to slightly angle and try to dodge as much as possible against them, just because of your bow here can be overmatched by them. Okay, for the stats here, if we look at the artillery, you actually have 9.5 seconds reload time, so you are reloading slower than the the Leander. The Leander reloads in 9 seconds, so that means that your AP DPM is not that high compared to the Leander. 1.156 compared to 165, if I remember correctly, and also it doesn't really overmatch anything because of you only have 152mm guns. Okay, your main battery range is quite good at 14.5 kilometers, which is higher than the Leander 13.8. So that is quite good for you, and especially since at this tier you cannot really extend your range because you don't have the 6 upgrade slot here, and this one, or you don't have the DD's skill that increase your range, some like this main battery and AA expert skill, because you are not a destroyer. That means that the Leander is stuck at 13.8 kilometers while you have quite a comfortable 14.5 kilometer range at tier 6. Okay, at tier 6 this range is usable. Okay, your torpedoes is reload slower compared to the Leander. I believe the Leander have 110 seconds reload time. You have 115, which makes your torpedo DPM slightly lower, but you have faster torpedoes at 62 knots compared to 61, and you also have longer range, two more kilometers compared to the Leander's 8 kilometers. You have 10 kilometers. So this actually supports your playstyle well. Because you want to, as opposed to Leander, you want to play this ship a bit far back, a bit away from the enemy compared to the Leander, because of your consumables. If you see here, your consumables, you don't have a smoke screen. This is for newer players might be a turn off for you guys, because of the smoke screen is just safe an easy way to farm damage, right? But for this ship you don't have that option. Okay, your AA defense is quite shit because you have most of your AA damage is on your mid range and your short range, which only have about 2.5 kilometer range. So that's definitely not great for even for tier 6 carriers. So yeah, maybe you can defend yourself against tier 4 carriers, but tier 6, I'm assuming that you probably only shot down once or twice, two times, two planes on his squadron every time he attack, do a full attack run on you. Your flag is also only 2, and you have 90% probability of hitting, so it's definitely not great. Okay, your maneuverability is quite good, but your maximum speed is actually not the fastest in this tier. But you remember you have the speed boost, which increase your speed by 8%, which makes you about 37 knots in, or sorry, not 37 knots, 30 something, 34 to almost 35 knots in speed, which is slightly on par of the Japanese heavy cruiser. Your turning radius is quite good as well at 710 meters, and your rudder shift time is good at 6.3. Now it's not the best, but still quite good. Okay, your concealment is one of the best at this tier, 9.4 kilometers sea detect, and yeah, your air detect is the same as your AA range. Now, let's talk about the consumable, because this is what makes or breaks this ship, right? And why do I think that this ship is one of the most powerful ship in tier 6, even compared to the Leander one? So let's go jump into the ship tool and explain what I'm thinking of. Okay, so here we are on the ship tool here. By the way, I forgot to mention it for you guys, but the Leander and the Orion have the same AP shells, but the Orion 44 for some reason has a lower air drag. That means that even though the initial velocity is the same at 841 millimeters per second, your impact speed is actually quite different. You can see there, and your flight time to 12 kilometers is about 0.3 seconds difference, which means your penetration is higher, and you also have the same armor threshold sorry, you have the same pan angles as the Leander at 60 to 75 degrees, which is an improved pan angles. You also have a good armor threshold at 12 millimeter of armor because of your very low fuse time. So that means that this is essentially the normal AP that the British light cruiser have, where you don't overpan against the destroyers, but the difference is that it is faster than the Leander because of the air drag. Now, if we try and at 13 kilometers at the max range on the Leander, or roughly the max range, you can see there the difference is quite substantial, because of now is a different between 3 meters per second. Now it's about, how much is this, like 15, 16, 17 meters per second difference. Okay, or I don't know, it's 15, yeah, whatever. You can calculate on your own, but that's makes you about 10 millimeter more penetration, and your impact angle is actually quite sharp. Okay, so in essence, the Orion 44's AP is much better for long range compared to the Leander AP, and that also makes it, suitable. It's not suitable, but makes it be able to be included in the play that Wargaming designs this ship as a long range or mid range kiter. Okay, because you don't have smoke. Now, if we look at the consumable here is also one of the gimmicks of the ship, because first of all, Leander have a standard heal at 14%, can heal 14% of your HP in 28 seconds, but Orion has a super heal at you can heal 40% of your HP in 20 seconds. So this is a super heal that the Goliath have, the Drake have, the Conqueror have, Lion, all those super heal battleships and super heal cruises have this have this kind of heal. Your hydro is the same, but you have a speed boost, while Leander have the smoke screen. Okay, and also Leander have some planes that you don't have. So even though Leander have lower range because of their spotter, you can have better range roughly for a couple minutes before it needing to be on cooldown. Okay, so let's talk also about the main battery here, because in my opinion, sorry, not main battery, in general. Okay, because your HP is actually higher than the Leander, lower than the Leander, sorry, at 27.9 base HP against the 28.7 base HP. Now, but the reason why I think the Orion 44 is tankier is, first of all, because of your super heal. As I said before, you can heal 40%, you know, each time you pop your heal, but also you can heal 60% of penetration damage and 50% of citadel repair damage. Now this is not normal, guys, right? Normally, as the Leander here, penetration damage you can only heal 50% of the damage, and citadel damage you can only heal 10%, guys. So that means that the Orion 44 even is not only having a super heal, but you can heal more HP from that. So this is just an insane insane tankiness on your ship, not based on your armor, but based on how cockroach are you, how unkillable are you if you pop your real heal and you cycle through them quite well. Okay, so I think that's all for the stats. I'll see you guys on the replay and enjoy the replay game. So guys, yeah, welcome to the replay, guys. Yeah, I'm here playing against, I think tier 6s. It's at tier 6 and tier 5. This is quite a good matchmaking for us, because this is actually the best matchmaking for us, because we are facing tier 6 and tier 5. You can see there where I juke that repulse shell with our speed boost and our prop mod, and I am continuing to farm all these battleships. And because of our range, and because of at this lower tier, battleships doesn't really have great accuracy, I can always juke all of the shot there. I juke that renown again by slowing down. And yeah, that's why I think that incoming fire there and the circle that shows how many people are targeting you is important in this ship, because it makes you able to look without focusing on the entire enemy fleet. You can see when your ships is targeted by the enemy. And I am quite lucky there. The renounce fire short, and it could be quite hurt for us if he got that salvo hitting from us, right? Because we know that Renown has really powerful guns, but only have 6 shells. Now we are farming this Congo here. The Congo looks like a new player or something, because he's shooting HE and are not focusing on me, even though I'm closer than him, and I am quite vulnerable to his 356mm AP. Also, because of the Congo's weak armor, or not weak armor, but like mediocre armor, I can farm them quite well with this AP. Now, at this tier, battleships usually have casemate armor, and that is quite hard for you to farm, because first of all, you can't send fire. You can't really pen them because they have like 100mm of casemate armor, and they don't really have a superstructure. So against that kind of battleships, it is quite hard for you. So the best way to deal with them is just to torp them, okay, or just let your team farm them away. But you try as best as you could to deal as much damage as you can on them. Now, that said, this Andrea Doria is not a casemate battleship, because it has a lot of superstructure. So that means that we can farm him easily. Now, at this longer range, at 12 kilometers, even if that Andrea Doria aims for us, we can just juke the shells from the Andrea Doria. Plus, with the bad dispersion on the Italian BBs, it's more of a luck shot if he can manage to citadel us. Now our engine boost is slowly going to get back from cooldown, and I'm trying to deal as much damage to this Ender Doria and preferably kill him. The rockets deal minuscule amounts of damage to us, right? Because we have those super heals, right? We have because I run superintendent, I have 4 heals, guys. 4 heals. This ship is such a cockroach. Okay, now in practice you only be able to fully use the heal 2 times roughly. After two heals, the third one will have diminishing return. You probably won't be able to use all 14,000 HP heal. You can see there on my mods on beside my ship. That is a region assistant mods that shows the total amount of HP I could heal in a single heal pop, and that is about 14,000 HP. Now, in like the first heal and the second heal, sure you can get 14,000, but the third heal, etc., because of your the amount of damage that you take, etc., as long as but it is usually unable to be able to have full HP if you are not set on fire or flooding, right? If most of the damage on your ship is fire or flooding, then you can heal them 100% of the time. Okay, but it's in general, it's not how Cruiser died. Okay, Cruiser died because of AP damage and penetration, not because of fires. Now I'm popping my speed boost here, trying to catch this Shinonome off guard. He is haunting our Congo, which is fighting the enemy Bayern. We have Hydro, so we don't really need to be afraid on the Shinonome, and I know that he have launched his torpedo earlier, so he shouldn't be aiming at me, and he is indeed aiming at the Congo. I pop my Hydro, and we managed to cut him out on the smoke. And because of our British AP, we don't really overpan on this destroyer, and because of our Hydro as well, we spot the torpedo that Shinonome launched and slow down in time. Especially with our speed boost on, we really accelerate and decelerate in quick succession. Now this Bayern here is quite dangerous for us, even though he has not good accuracy, but at this close range at 8 kilometers, he could have decent accuracy enough to be able to deal massive damage to us. And he shot there, managed to clip us our citadel, and yeah, we lower our HP down to below 10,000 HP. But because of our super heal, we can manage to heal quite a lot of the HP back and actually get higher than 20k. No, 19,000, just short of 20k. Okay. Now, but if you look at the region assistant again, you see there, because I take citadel and penetration hits, I cannot heal again higher than the 19,300 I have. Now think of it, if I were to take huge amounts of damage again and I need to pop my heal again, at that time my my maximum HP that I can achieve will go down as well, because of 50% of HP heal on citadel damage and 60% on penetration. Okay, now I'm farming this renown here, but he is focusing on the Yurowa and probably our battleships there. I don't know what, but yeah, probably the Mutsu. He's shooting HE, which is, although British battleship should fire HE on some targets, but I believe that the renown should have just half AP. I don't know why I these torpedoes, because that is just a random torpedo from the Gokase. I don't know how I cannot dodge that, and it's such a painful damage for us, right? Because torpedo damage counts as citadel damage, especially since it hits the midships, right? Midships. So yeah, we can only heal 50% of that damage, guys, and we are permanently locked to 11,200 HP. Now, even though I have 2 more super heals, I cannot heal more than that, guys. Okay, that's why for super heal ships, torpedo hits and citadels are the bane of that kind of ships. Okay, now we managed to deal quite a lot of damage to this renown here because the renown has weak armor and large superstructure. We also reset some caps, which is going to help on our base XP, right? Because defending and capping caps on domination grants you massive amounts of base XP and credits. Okay, that's why you want, as you know, as a ship, you want to cap, you want to defend your cap, you want to do the objective because it will grant you so many base XP and credits. Okay, now I solo cap, which is also really good base XP farmer, and it's even better than assisting caps, obviously. And our engine boost is back on off cooldown. So we pop our engine boost trying to catch this Gokase who is harassing our Mutsu along with the carrier here. Now the Mutsu on my team managed to I don't know, sail broadside onto a repulse, which is not the way you want to be as a battleship, especially in Mutsu, which is not the most tankiest of battleships, which is essentially a Nagato, but down tier. So yeah, it's not you know, it's not a strong armored ship, especially against also the repulse, right, with its pinpoint accuracy and 381mm guns. Okay, the enemy renown is on low HP but is healing, and our Mutsu here is taking a lot of damage by staying broadside like that. The Yuroa is doing as much as he could, trying to you know, deal with the repulse, and we managed to catch this Kokase, and yeah, luckily I know how to dodge his shell and we don't get hit by his shell actually. So yeah, we are now in the major cap advantage. We have 3 caps to their 1, but our points is still behind on them, and our Mutsu have been finally been taken care of by their boss, and there is a lucky break for our team. The ranger is here. Now if we can kill this ranger here, it will grant us a power for us to win the game. The Kokase is trying to hit us with torpedoes. Really good prediction by him actually, especially since, you know, before I got hit by one of his torpedoes dealing massive damage, because obviously Japanese torpedoes deal huge amounts of damage. I'm trying as much as possible, trying to you know, avoid his other sets of torpedoes, and our Mutsu is have been died to the ranger rocket planes. So at this point the ranger will focus on me, will focus fire on me. Okay, he launched his torpedo planes, a full squad of torpedo planes, which is quite scary for me. Now even though this is a cruiser, we don't have, as I said before, we don't have good AA. The Yuroa managed to YOLO the repulse, even though he got killed in the process. It makes me able to win for our team, right? The renown is very low. We managed to get hit to his broadside and try to kite away, and I don't know what this Gokase is doing. He should have shot me, but are here because I am showing broadside to him, and he actually shot me, but it's a little too late and I have already angled to him. Our Regio managed to finish the renown with AP bombs, and because of our acceleration and our speed, we managed to dodge the torpedo here. Now I preemptively popped my super heal in case of, you know, getting hit by a torpedo, but it seems that I just wasted a super heal doing nothing. Okay, now at this point we are close to ranger. We are you know, very close to the ranger, making his plane always be able on to get shot at by our AA. Now the Kokase, he didn't shoot me again after that, maybe because he is afraid of me shooting him, because obviously I have you know, more HP than him, and I actually have one more heal than him. Our carrier is doing low tier carrier shit. You can see there in J1 he is doing on the edge of the map. Why would you do that? Okay, why would you do that? I don't know. I don't understand. And yeah, I spot the Gokase, and we managed to get the Citadel on the Ranger. It's probably due to my improved pan angles and the Ranger um, weak armor. And this is the power of the British single torps. We can single launch the torps, which is going to be able to deal massive damage to the Ranger. If we are any other ships, we might miss a lot of the torpedoes there. We also have another set which have been reloaded, so we pop it also on the Ranger, but it seems that our first set managed to finish him off with just 2 torpedoes because he doesn't really have good torpedo protection, and our torpedoes deal quite a lot of damage, right, to the Ranger. Okay, the Ranger is doing his best trying to strike me with the last of his rocket planes, his dying breath, and I really glad that our CV is still alive, and our CV still could spot this Gokase, for us. The Gokase, knowing that this is already a desperate time for him, he just shot at nothing, making him on reload for us. Now we don't have more heals. Now that is the reason why I said that is a mistake where I preemptively pop my heal, because at this point the Gokase could hit us quite well, and it could damage us very very permanently. But luckily we managed to catch his Gokase broadside on, and we managed to get a Citadel even though we don't deal much damage, and we managed to kill that that Gokase. And yeah, for a tier 6 we managed to get 751,000 credits at 2.5k base XP. That's quite high actually. That's one of my highest base XP. And yeah, we essentially carry the game here. I know it's not really a full match, but a game is a game, right? Anyways, I hope you enjoy the Orion 44. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.